Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Shirts in Time. How are we doing, Dan? Are we all right?
I'm very good, mate. You startled me. Everton just had a shot on target. I was completely blown away when you pressed the go button. Yeah, I mean,
two big shock
anything could
factors
happen. I'm very good, Jake. How are you?
Yeah, I'm not too good, mate. Well, I'm a bit down in the dumps. I'm a bit hurt, but I found a good way of coming around it. We themed this week's episode around what's happened to me over the weekend. You know what I mean? Wow.
Baby, you okay?
We'll get into it, mate. But you said at the start, before we went live, you've got a bit of an unboxing to do.
I have, mate. Those poor folk who lasted all the way through last week's episode. Fair play to you, well done, hat off. And for that, you get the rustling of a package, completely unopened, from Vintage Football Shirts, who I'm sure are going to sponsor this podcast too. This is the four mentions in a 15-minute combined span. You know, over the course of 2 games, more wrestling. That's satisfying, isn't it? So last week, I think I know what it is, but last week we were. I've only ordered one thing from them as well, so I mean, how many things could it be? Fucking hell. Last week we were talking about the templates that a lot of the Adidas clubs got last year, and then we got on to talking about the ones we didn't have and ones we didn't rate, and then subsequently revisited this Manchester United
You went long sleeve as well.
Template. Yep, in long sleeve. I've sacrificed it's like a finger holes.
Yeah, I was waiting to see, because I remember that come up last week about the thumb holes.
Yeah, I've overcome it, and I took the plunge. And what I didn't realise is when I looked at the Juventus one, it was just the same. It looked like the same material on the T-shirt. The Manchester United one is actually like a jumper material.
Yeah, I was going to say,
genuinely thicker, it feels like it's got like a double, like a secondary, like lining. Oh god, it's gorgeous. Yeah, so that has arrived today. That pattern is incredible. So that's my unboxing this week. Oh god, it really is good.
That is beautiful.
I don't even mind the lack of black around there.
Yeah, we mentioned that. Like I said, I didn't appreciate it when it first came out, but yeah,
I think that's
it looks better. It looks a lot better without the sponsor.
Mate, shall I just quickly throw it on top of this?
Of course, yeah, of course you can.
Give it the full treatment.
I'll talk to the audience while you do.
You go for that. You take care of our friend.
Yeah. Because I said to you last week that it reminds me of Casemiro, but then obviously after the episode we were just talking casually, and it's obviously worn in that famous viral clip of Ronaldo snubbing Carragher in the handshake, wasn't
it? One of the great footballing moments. I think you can put that down as
in United's recent history, definitely.
Yeah, I mean it's up there in your last 5 years. It's probably your biggest moment, isn't it? Seeing one of the club's greatest ever talent.
We won the League Cup.
Oh yeah, I suppose that's a thing, isn't it? For those listening to this, I'm having that awkward T-shirt under a jumper, sort of realignment issue job, so you just can't. Nothing just quite sits right. But
I don't see any thumbs in the thumb holes.
Do I need thumbs in thumb holes with it?
I think it looks like you're ready to do a podcast if you do.
Now ready for five-side. Yeah. I'm podcast ready now. Oh, mate. I've got to be honest, this thing's hilarious. I don't think I can ever wear it out, but I mean, it does look incredible.
What's it fit like? Is it well, it's a bit hard to say. You've got a shirt.
It's tough. I've got one of the subject matter appertaining to tonight's episode on underneath. I'll tell you what, it fits all right, mate. I'm not a thumbhole man because I've got stupidly long arms. I'm like the white Mauro Itoje. For those who know anything about rugby union, he has abnormally long arms. Yeah, so I think I'm an armholeless man. But I feel a bit festive, actually.
It looks very Christmassy, actually.
Yeah, there's something about it.
Do you think that's why it's in the February sales?
I think so. I think it was. Yeah, just that post Christmas just goes down in price again by default. It puts itself there. It marks itself down.
In
Yeah.
in December, it's 150 quid, but after that, it's around 50 quid.
I'm going to look for this. I'm going to look for this in the other ones as well, because as well, it's also got like an elasticated band, so it's like a proper sweatshirt. Do you know what I mean? It's not just
Only the best for United, mate. Only the best.
yeah. I can't imagine Real Madrid need a sweatshirt. To be honest. But yeah, well after that, that's really nice.
Is this going to become a weekly feature? You know, we talk about a shirt, you spend money, and then unbox.
I don't know, mate. I'm not made of money. But if we stop doing the podcast after 6 weeks because I've defaulted on my mortgage, then yeah, should we just not talk about Honda 88 and Nintendo Fiorentina? That's right. If we talk about 2006 England shirts, we're in business.
If you get really desperate, you could just like package up one of the shirts behind you. Oh, what's this? Oh, wow!
Oh, look what I found at a car boot sale. Fuck off. Yeah. No. Imagine. Oh, tell you what, that's the worst, isn't it?
What's
Fake
that?
finders.
Oh yeah.
Fake finds. I don't. I hate this. I despise it. Where do you sit on that?
I don't really feel strongly for it against it, but I don't understand why you would do it really. But
I think if you do get it, fair enough, and you put it out there, whatever, result absolutely. But I think there's been a couple of times recently where people have pulled stuff out of charity shops, and you're like, really? I mean, the worst one for me, I mentioned earlier, but a guy called. He does. You have to go through his Twitter or his Instagram or fucking whatever, and it's like, oh, I had a really good day at the car boot sale today, and it'll be like, in Mac Warning the 1986 shirt, and you're like, shut up, mate. But it's like I don't know if he's trolling everyone, but I think he believes it. I think he's like a fantasist that believes it. So anyone who knows this will know what he's about, right? And it's pure bullshit. He's like the OG gangster of what I picked up at a car boot sale, and it's like, fuck off, mate.
right,
One of the guys we know did the other day at a charity shop, and I was a bit like, in my WhatsApp, like, oh fuck, now look at this bullshit. And I'm like, I don't know. I know some people got a really good relationship with charity shop owners and stuff after a while, or managers. Do you know what I mean? So they come up and they like, oh, if you get anything, just give us a call. I'll pay whatever you want, pay for it. Like two of the guys I know do it. And yeah, that's fair enough. And there's no messing around. They don't do it for resale. They're all taking the piss. I've got a mate who runs 6 charity shops. He does it as a proper manager's job in the northeast, and he'll phone me up and go, "Oh, Dan, how much is this worth? Is this legit? Is it? And I'll do whatever, and I'll do the same for FFC, or used to do the same for FFC. I don't really need my help. Yeah, just fucking, it's weird, isn't it? It's weird. There's got to be some sort of.
It's for like the it's like when you get like likes or something or views on a video or something, it gives you like a release, like a chemical release in your brain, doesn't it? Endorphin release. That's what it is. Yeah. You get addicted to that.
Maybe they should just try cocaine and just not annoy everyone.
I think.
Can we promote that on the podcast?
Yeah, don't think about faking finding football shirts in charity, you absolute animal. Do cocaine, you disgrace of a person.
Are you about to post a fake post about finding a shirt? Stop!
You wouldn't steal a car. You wouldn't post a fake charity shop find.
That's literally it. Is it? Don't be that guy.
I needed this, mate. I needed cheering up because I've had a tough weekend,
What is it? Is it divulgeable or is it non-divulgeable?
We'll jump into the absolute chaos that came before me this weekend. So
Oh,
I was
no.
on this. I was on a.
What happened? Babe,
was-
hang on, babe. Are you okay, hun?
Well, I'll explain what's happened, and then we'll see, won't we?
All
I was
right.
on this social media platform. I can't really. It's not that big. I can't. X or Twitter, I think it's called.
Never heard of it, mate.
Oh, right.
Bebo
Okay.
man myself.
Rest in peace, by the way. And a certain, I'm not. You didn't want to name that fake, but I don't really want to name this club because they don't deserve it. Scum of the earth, I think now.
Wow.
Anyway.
Mate,
we
call them scummers down here.
They release a certain kind of themed shirt every week. Every week. Well, it might as well be fucking every week. Every year, sorry. And I quote tweeted the release video saying, "I honestly don't understand the hype." I've then been called a whore, a gay who wears glasses, and other more serious things that I will not be repeating. It involves murdering certain types of people. That's all I'm going to say.
At what point does an observation become an insult?
So yeah, I've been called Saudi Arabian as well. I don't know what that means.
That is
because
bad.
Yeah, all because I said a shirt was overhyped, overrated. What else? All I said is I don't understand the hype. To be fair, so I thought, I'll turn this awful experience that's happened to me over this weekend into content, into this week's theme for the podcast.
You mean you'll turn your bullying into a positive thing for others? Is that what you mean?
I mean, I did spend Saturday morning retweeting every single insult that I got. Honestly, if you do want to tweet me or send me abuse on Instagram, I will literally just probably post it because it's so funny. I love it. I think I'd thrive as a professional footballer. I have a shit game. I'd play shit on purpose just to get abuse tweeted at me.
We would be like trying to get like the shit posted reposted. Oh, that'd be brilliant. That'd be your angle. You
two own goals this week. Oh, just sat on my phone in the change room. Come on, here we go.
Fucking come on!
Have you seen that Eddie Hearn one? Hope you die. Hope you get hit by a bus, you wanker. Have you seen that clip?
Yeah.
That was literally me. That was me on Saturday morning.
Wow.
But mate, I'm really petty, so I will now watch out for that. I think their season kicks off in May. I'm not going to name their name. Every time they lose this season, I will feel I'm going to be so happy. So happy.
Now, obviously, the club that shall not be named, they're not exactly having the best season, as I believe Kit Kingdom may have referenced in one of his supportive posts for you.
They're not.
And I thought it was quite a good little message he stuck out there, and I totally agree with him. Or it might have been a comment. I don't know. I don't get involved in shirt beef too much.
Well, that's it. Oh, right. So I've just gone on this season for this season. It hasn't kicked off yet. Where did they finish last? Okay. Not going to name them, but there's 16 teams in the league, and they finished 11th. So yeah.
Maybe busy high.
Yeah, instead of doing limited release shirts every year, play better in matches. Anyway, before I get called a whore or a gay with glasses. That was a personal favourite, to be fair.
That is good. That is good. A double glazed homosexual. Unbelievable insult that is.
That's fine. I don't think it's an insult. Wearing glasses and being gay is absolutely fine.
I think Alan Carr's made a living off it.
I would have been a bit pissed off if I got called Alan Carr, to be fair.
You can tell it's not an English club because they would have just gone, "You Alan Carr cunt."
Right, before we get
there, we go.
Me and you are awful at this. We'll just go down this fucking. We'll get cancelled, and we're only 16 minutes into the episode. So this week we're doing overhyped / very hyped / very popular shirts, aren't we?
Yeah, definitely. Like sort of just those ones where the clamour for it, like, and is so big early doors. And I think, one, does the clamour, does it stand the test of time? Is it justifiable? Has the shirt lived up to it, or has it like peaked and then it's almost in the ether, gone into the shirt noise category? Where is it? Where is that shirt? Where did it go after its 15 minutes of fame? Once it did Home Alone, is it in a rock band strung out on smack, or did it go on to finish Skins and then become an A-list Hollywood actor? How did it go?
That's a brilliant metaphor there. Are you wanting to go? Have you got them handy next year? Your picks or your shirts?
My pick. I've got a selection on the shirt. The shirt wall has been bedecked in shirts that received quite a lot of hype at their time, and plus I've got a pile of shirt hype shirts next. So just to complete the appearance, mate. I've got a selection here for you, mate. What about yourself? Have you turned up ready for this?
I have, yeah. Like I said to you before, I think I've got 3 or 4 that were definitely overhyped or hype / popular, whatever we're going with, and then some maybe I'm clutching the straws a bit. Do you know what I mean?
That's fair enough, mate. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. I'll tell you what, mate. You've had a hard week, right?
It's only fucking Monday.
Hashtag pray for Jake. I mean, fair play to you. You took on the entire of that, should we say, Scandinavian League Ultra system. You went for it. You outed them. Should you get us off? You get the ball rolling, mate. Pick something to make you cheer yourself up a little bit.
Well, funny enough, the first shirt, this is completely unrelated and just coincidental. It is an AIK shirt. No, it's not. It's not an AIK shirt, which may or may not be the. But when I say overhyped for this shirt, I don't want to say overhyped because it's probably one of my favorite ever shirts. I'm going to say popular, and you're going to probably agree with me for the right reasons. Boom.
Oh, the Nigeria 2018.
Nigeria 2018. Oh, it's just obviously the sleeves. See, I realized I started copying you doing this. The sleeves have got the beautiful black and white. What would you say? It's like a lightning bolt kind of V, isn't it?
I would define that as a chevron.
Chevron. That's the one.
That's what I'm going to throw out. I'm going to throw a chevron at it.
Obviously, throwback to the 95 shirt, I'm going to say. I think it's 95.
Insert 90s Nigeria year other than 98 here, basically. I think that's the answer to that question, mate.
But it's just a beautiful shirt and beautiful. To finish it off, Nigerian flag on the back, on the neck. But yeah, I wouldn't put that in the overhype. It was very well hyped, but I think all for the right reasons, I think.
It was
brand new with tags as well.
I know. Thanks very much to Max Away Day Football Shirts for this one. Yeah, mate, I'm the same as you, mate. I think like when it first came out, you know what it was? This shirt was so hyped. My mum even messaged me and said, "Oh, you see that football shirt everyone's talking about? Do you want me to get that for you for your Christmas?" And bear in mind, at the time, I was like 34, right? And I'm like, "Oh yeah, please, mum, yeah." Did what any responsible 34-year-old at the time would have done. Yeah, they made something like look at that, that's good. That's a good shot. Screenshot that. I think for me, didn't they make something like 3 million units of this shirt, and it's sold out almost all in advance?
There's 2 versions of it. You know where the Nike engineered or the Nike ID tag is on the bottom underneath the badge. Sorry, so keep going to the bottom of the shirt. I'll say you've got the different versions.
No. Yep.
You've got the old rectangle one. Well, I've got the circle one. So I think mine's probably out of the second batch, or vice versa. I don't know which one. I think the rectangle engineered ID badge was earlier on. I think the circle one came a bit later on.
I totally agree, mate. What have I got on the bottom of mine? Anything? Any note? No, no.
The
dates.
code,
Oh, they don't use dates.
the code will obviously be the same, won't it?
I think so. Yeah, I'm almost certain it's not something I've gone too mad on, but it's gorgeous. I'll tell you what. I remember just seeing. It's the only thing that's ever made me like Alex Iwobi. To be honest, is this kid when he was playing at Wembley and he was like running, I'll say running down the line. He was near the football at the time. The photo was taken. So just moving around on a football pitch in the vicinity of a ball, and he looked so good. And their whole height, it was just like the shots of the England game, won it against. Just that's amazing. And then luckily, due to I don't really know, FIFA or just the Nigerian FA having a brain fart, they only used it once at the tournament as well, and they got knocked out in the group.
They did. Yeah,
the biggest travesty going. That should have played in all the games.
I remember Musa scoring in it, but that's all I really remember of it at that tournament.
Do you remember as well? Like teams will get absolutely incredible away kits for World Cup, and they'll never get put on because of, like, say England's World Cup one, like the 2018 away kit. Like everyone's like, oh God, I hope they wear it at the tournament. Didn't get a single out, right? And that was a much better kit than that awful home kit that we've got up with at the moment. Fuck me, I hope that goes. And then Nigeria get an absolute banger, and it's the home kit, nailed on. They can wear it against everyone. No. Nah.
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? You can maybe understand it with the away shirt, but for a home shirt never to be worn more than once is a bit odd, isn't it? I can't even remember who was in their group.
No, I think it's Christ. I'm sure Saudi was one of the teams why they wore the away kit, but I can't remember the other game.
That makes sense. I want to say Argentina. They seem to play Argentina every World Cup. Yeah, Argentina, Croatia, and Iceland.
There is no reason not to wear that home kit against any of those teams.
Yeah.
Oh man,
that's
unbelievable stuff. It's just brilliant kit though. Top draw for me. That stood the test of time, and that's almost been. I don't know about you, but that put Nigeria and Nike on this like journey that meant, or not journey, but put them on like a right. You've got to be crazy every time now because it's Nigeria. They expect it.
Yeah,
that's people want madness.
You go next, mate. What shirt's next?
Well, I'm going for the double hype train kit. So, but actually, you know what? No. Yeah, no, fuck it. I'll steal what we're going because it's. No. I'm going to change back. I've changed. I'm going to change back, and now I'm going to change again, right? Because I want to save that one because it's a bit better for later. I'm walking up to the shirt wall now, so I'm going to get out of the chair. And I'm going to go for. I'm going to go for this one here. It's the Italy Euro 2021 kit. Christ.
Okay.
When this come out, because it's the whole renaissance, like the rebirth of Italian football as well, the whole Mancini era, like digging themselves out of the doldrums. Then what's it? They won 30 odd games in a row. So I've pulled this one out. I've got Bonucci on the back of it.
Shit house.
Fuck, absolute shit house. Great. You know, it's a really good shirt. But I don't know. There's a point after this shirt come out, and as they got further and further through the tournament, this shirt become just more and more desired. Like everyone, it was ridiculous, wasn't it? Like the amount people wanted this shirt got to the stupid point where it hit a frenzy just after they won the Euros, where cult kits were buying brand new shirts like this, printed because they were out of the batch. Basically, all of Puma's batch had sold. They bought a few of them at the time, and they're selling them for over, I think it was £199.99, so 200 quid, or it might have even been 220 on cult kits, and they were getting absolute pelters for it. Like you were selling a kit that was, 60, was it 70, £72 or something like that for £200, just because it was and annoyingly, people were so thick. But fair enough, you just won the Euros, or you really want it. You can't get it anywhere else. You got to pay the money, aren't you? But the shirt was their shirt for the next 2 years, so there's going to be another batch, right? And just to put it into like context, I went into the Puma outlet in Portsmouth 5 months after the Euros, and there was 15 of them on a rail.
What, all printed up as well?
Not printed up, but they're all on. And this is what was stupid. They were £35, but they were 2 for 1. So this is how I mean. So this is watch yourself on the hype train out there, people, because essentially this shirt cost me £19. I scooped the whole rail up, and I'm sorry, but turns out the bird at the counter, lady at the counter, sorry, fucking hell, sorry, get so pompy. The sales assistant said, "Get out my shop and don't call me that again." She said, "I was like, oh Christ, how long these been in for?" Oh, I'm laughing. This will be a court case. I remember getting there and she said they've been there for 2 weeks. Like, no one's really been that fussed about it. And I was like, what? And so it shows you how
how quickly the hype train can come off rails.
Oh mate, leaves on the line. Hype train stalled outside Guildford. So it's just one of those ones. So eventually, this shirt cost me £19, and I hoovered the whole rail up, chucked into a WhatsApp and said, "Look, lads, I've got these at £19 each. Who wants one?" And then did it. So this is
wants one for 220 quid.
Yeah, this isn't like a bullshit one. So basically, there's a WhatsApp group of anyone who does shirts. You'll find your way in some sort of group chat. And it was literally just posting them out. I think like 10 lads took up the options on like 1 or 2 each. So but it's, I don't know. Do you feel this this has stood the test of time?
Well, funny enough, I've got this one.
Oh, hello, baby. Yeah, the OG.
So I think it's weird, like when you describe like a shirt, like you can associate a place or a country with it, and you look at that shirt and it's got like Italian class to it. Your one, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Just the royal blue of it. There's like the gold name set as well works perfectly. Did they have the gold name set during the Euros as well?
They did, yeah. The sheer front to do that.
So yeah, they didn't even earn it, but then they did. They earned it after. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, that makes it even better.
I think if any team that goes in with a gold number set and then wins the title, where's the other one as well? I think do I have this. You know what? I actually haven't got the away kit, the actual standard, the white one that got replaced before the tournament with the weird white one.
Oh, with the template,
yeah. Which to be honest, there's that one there. I do love that kit. To be fair, the Italy one for me works really well. But with it, like you say, with the green one.
Oh, you've got names like that as well.
Yeah, Immobile. There we go. Annoyingly,
was this? Did they have this like at the tournament? Obviously didn't use it.
Yeah, this is the other thing. I think at tournaments you're only allowed to take 2 kits into the tournament. I don't think you're allowed 3 kits because, just my opinion, I think you're allowed to have 3 shirts, but I don't think you're allowed to take more into it. Because if England play Croatia always end up wearing their away kit to us, even if they're the home team, they just do that. So I don't know.
England, nine times out of 10, England's away kit's red, isn't it? It's red or blue, isn't it? So
almost always red, isn't it? But yeah, I mean this one sort of was around for. This one sold out quite quickly. I remember when it came out. This one sold out quite quick, and I remember getting it. And it's one of those ones I got it, and then I look back about a month later and couldn't get them. And then the next batch come in. By that point, all the previous ones had gone up, and then CFS had a load of player issue or player spec ones, didn't they? And I think they put those out there, and they all sold quite well. So, but again, that took a little bit of time. So I was thinking, what they're going to put them up as, and I think they ended up being like 80 quid each. But for player spec and their brand new tagged, not too bad. I don't think.
No, it's not too bad.
I'm sure it was 80 or 90, something like that. And they just, at the point, no one could get hold of them. In that spec, they'd all just been sold, and they're sort of being bought and sold online and stuff. And then they sort of dropped some more. So, yeah, for me, out of the two, I know that's the home one's the tournament winning shirt, but I think it's the third shirt that for me's held up better.
Yeah, I remember when before I got mine, there was like a massive like, where has anyone got this shirt available? It's like you'd see like quite a lot of people going, has anyone got this shirt available? I really want it. And then M&M Direct of all fucking places said, oh, we've got a big drop of them coming. I think it was 30 quid or something like that, which is fucking fair play. Do you know what I mean? There's a massive demand for them, and they've got the supplier, but they, unlike Cult Kits you mentioned before, kept it a reasonable, fair price. So I managed to get. Well, I think I missed out on. Mine's a medium. I missed out on it, but then someone messaged me saying, "Oh, I've bought a medium and it doesn't fit me, so I'll just sell you on for cost plus postage." I was like, "Oh, that's absolutely class." But yeah, I think I would agree with you. When you think of Italy shirts from that like 2-year, 3-year period, I always think of this green Renaissance shirt.
Yeah, it was. I mean, they used it. It's not a shirt Italy need. You don't need a third. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless you're playing maybe not in Greece, unless they've got an odd kit where they do the stripes one. So it's one of those ones where, yeah, I think they used it in a few friendly games, and they're starting to become a bit more of a one-offs kit. They did the 125 years.
Yeah, was that the plain, like the whiteout shirt, wasn't it?
Oh my god,
it was nice.
Now for me that's a hype kit that come out and it sold out straight up, like bang, that was gone. And then someone messaged me the other day and was like, "Oh, I've got this. Do you want it?" I was like, "Oh, okay, how much?" £350. I was like,
"Yeah, that it's kind of the thing we're on about it last week, like limited shirts. We moan as collectors when a limited release of shirts comes out, and then a few months later or a few weeks later, oh no, sorry, we've realised there's a big supply for these, so we're going to do another rerun of them. You get annoyed then, but then I haven't seen another release of that Italy shirt. That now you said it, and then you kind of feel like, oh, it's a bit annoying. There's not another release, so they can't. Sometimes actually manufacturers and that can't win with stuff like that.
Yeah, no, I totally get you. Oh, I'll tell you what. I don't know if this sort of a little bit hype, a little bit not hype. So this one, I'll just quickly go grab this because I picked it up the other day, and this is one of those ones where it sort of straddles. It lives in both worlds, I think, for me. I got it the other day because I'm a closet gas man, which doesn't mean what you think it means, mate. It actually means I quite like Bristol Rovers. I just like what their fans are about. I like what the club's about. Really relatable. One of really good mates, Chris. He's a huge gas fan. I've got a lot of time for him. The one team, if Pompey lose to him, I'm not actually that fussed because I just like that. It's what I can swallow that one. Anyway, this shirt come out. So this is their 140th anniversary shirt. This come out this year, and they sort of did two things. They brought it out as like a standard issue shirt, so you can get it as, just whatever, it's whatever regular version. And then they also brought out a numbered set which comes in a box. So this one's number 606 out of 1883. The 140 years, and it comes with like a little signed certificate. The box is quite nice, but bear in mind it's a League One club with like a fan base of like probably 25,000, 40,000 people, something like that, of which 15,000 go to the game most weeks, whatever. But it's brilliant. They did a yellow out badge. They got, Macron haven't got, just literally just done almost just a very dark grey to highlight their brand against it. It's made with the eco fabric that Macron do, and it's little like the old cross swords over there. And
no sponsor either.
No sponsor, which is even better.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it looks like a certain Swedish leagues. A Swedish team's just a similar kit, similar pattern. Colour scheme.
But with not like doing a stupid release about it and going on about it so much.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? Yeah.
I probably should look at tweeting or something about that shit. Anyway, back to this Bristol Rovers shirt.
But yeah, this is what I mean. So for me, they've done a numbered release and they've done a separate standard, and the standard is like 45 quid or something like that, and the numbered in a box was 70 quid. And you think like,
I like that. I like that.
yeah, and it's like it's a very honestly priced shirt, and I think it's brilliant. And just the fact they've done a yellow out onto there, and it's basically the club when they first they didn't put it in documentation, but the club when it first came out was called the Black Arabs. You know, I mean, you can't make this shit up, can you? Bristol trying to shed its history of the slave trade, and you know, after we do it, boys, I'll tell you what, I've got a name for a football team, boys. You'll love it. Yeah, but fantastic. I love that. So that for me falls into, and that's not really for me. That shirt hasn't had the coverage it deserves.
Yeah, I'll admit, I've never seen that shirt.
It's just good, and it's a proper one-off. Macron really work hard for brands, much like Umbro do, Kappa. You know, they'll make sure that they get specialist stuff. And for me, that's a shirt that's sort of it's that limited release, but it's also hype. It's not. It hasn't got the hype it deserves, if you know what I mean. I think it's sort of gone a bit like yours there saying, "Oh, what is that?" Yeah. It's one of those ones where I didn't know about it. I remember you were saying about it, but I didn't see anything about it until I went on, and I can't remember, one of the guys I follow put it up and said, "I've got this." And I was like, "Okay, I want one of them." And so I went out and just literally, I was thinking I couldn't believe they'd have any available. There are limited sizes now, but it was good. I just thought, you know, it was good money, I think. And it's just, Bristol, it's not for a sell on, it's because I think it's brilliant kit. But that's one where I think lives in both worlds a bit because of the numbering and because they've done a standard release. So you can have, it's not being exclusive to people, but it's saying if you want something a bit more special about it being a special shirt, we've done this. And I think that's where Nike and Pompey's commemorative kit this year, because we got a 125th year shirt. They, as usual, Nike UK, they just sort of missed a really good opportunity to. They could have done like a home kit. They could have made like the third kit the standard away kit, not as like, you know, who plays in pink in League One? Do you know what I mean? And they didn't put like the 125 crest they did on the third shirt, on the home shirt and the away shirt in the year when it's our 125th anniversary. Fuck me, Canterbury did a 110-year anniversary shirt for us. Do you know what I mean? But Nike can't even bother to sew a small patch onto the home kits.
Yeah, sometimes manufacturers and that just fuck up things like that. Speaking of, you've mentioned it. We'll segue quite nicely off that. You mentioned pink shirts there. I can see it. I can see it in the background of yourself, and obviously, even like non-football shirt collectors know, or football like shirt fanatics or whatever you want to call yourself, or other collectors know what this shirt is, don't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This shirt is massively. I like it, but I will say overhyped as well. The Drake shirt as well. It's not even the Adidas shirt. Yeah. The Drake shirt.
I think. Can you think of another shirt where, you know, Champagne Pappy gets snapped in that, right? You know, Toronto's answer to fucking Tupac. You know what I mean? Can you think of a shirt that has had that much of a fucking kick up the arse than when he was photographed in it? I mean, it wasn't even the original. It was like a knockoff, wasn't it? It didn't have the.
Yeah, it didn't have Adidas on it. Yeah.
So a bloke who's worth what 200 million quid can't even buy a fucking real Adidas shirt. I mean,
has he got an Adidas deal? Or I'm sure he'd have a deal with Adidas or someone like that.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, but surely someone. You could just pick it up. Bradley Wiggins wore that dodgy Gascoigne Lazio kit a few years ago, where it was like, and he had a DH Gaza shirt. And you're like, mate, fucking Bradley Wiggins, like, you can maybe that's why Drake and ask him for the shirt.
Yeah. Maybe that's why Drake didn't have the Adidas. So maybe he's got like a deal with Nike or someone. Do you know what I mean?
Maybe it is.
Maybe he's not allowed to wear it. But what would you say about that shirt then? Would you say it's overhyped, stood the test of time? Do you think it? Well, actually, I've asked you a few questions. I'll ask you this question first. Do you think it would have been as hyped if that picture of Drake in it never happened?
I think it wouldn't be as hyped beyond the football world if he hadn't been it. He took it to a completely different market. There is that. I remember I do remember when it come out. It sold well when it come out because Juve pink shirts always do well. I'd say probably the worst performing one I can remember is the one Nike did in what was it, 05, 04, 05 sort of time, and I owned that, but that one never seems to, out of all the pink shirts, that one will be always around like the 150, 200 quid sort of mark. I think the pink 90, was it 96, 97 or whatever it was, the one they did for that.
Oh the centenary shirt.
Yeah, that is always, 200 minimum really, and unfortunately it is what it is. But yeah, sorry, the Juve, sorry, I 1997. Oh God, I can't talk tonight. 2007 one, the sort of pink one. I think it was that. Again, that didn't get too much. But then they did like the re-up version of that recently, didn't they? Where it was the human race version, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, I'm not a fan of that, if I'm being honest at all.
No.
They did wear it in game though, didn't they? So that kind of,
It does exactly. It does give it some sort of credibility, but it was never actually the third. Again, this is where it comes to like a hype shirt.
Yeah.
And I think Adidas really tried to push that human race hype stuff. Out of all the ones that were done, for me, the ones that stood the test of time probably is the Juve one, which is worth more now. Randomly, the Arsenal one, right? And you want an instance of hype. I think it was LV United shirts, Las Vegas. The guy out in, you ever see him?
Oh yeah,
right?
I remember seeing them.
We do a lot of swaps. Okay, like 2 or 3 times a year, we'll have a little. He'll go, I want to get rid of this. I'm fancy shifting this. We'll have a good swap. And I remember him. We'd never message each other like for anything. Like, oh, can you definitely get me this? We messaged. We went, can you just get this straight away? I've sent you the money for it. Do we have each other's paper? So he sent me the money. He's like, just go, you just get this shirt. I don't want it to sell out. I really want this shirt. So like, okay, mate, no worries. Went online, loads of them. I remember going down the Adidas outlet and seeing the Arsenal one there for which was the bruised banana one. So it seemed to be sort of really popular. But when teams weren't wearing it in games, like where Man United didn't wear their one in a game, they just used it for a warm up. I think Bayern used it in a game, and because teams weren't very committal to it, it was like, well, I don't know if we want to, or we do, we don't, whatever it was for. I think that sort of killed it a little bit. Whereas the Arsenal one now, I think from what I see of Arsenal fans, that's selling really well second hand now. The Arsenal human race.
Yeah, like out of all like the ones that you see for like the human race ones that you see for resale, I'd probably say the Arsenal one is the one you see least up for sale, which is probably a sign of how popular it is in a weird way.
And at the highest price.
Yeah.
So I'd say yeah. So in terms of has this kit have done it without Drake? I think it would have done well with shirt people anyway. I think it would have been a very desirable shirt. Would it have been an item that people have been clamoring to get? So people have been buying. The other thing as well is because so many people wanted it, they never made enough. So people went out and bought fakes because.
Same with the Nigeria 2018 shirt, that as well.
There you go, mate. There you go. Probably, Nigeria 2018, probably, in my opinion, the most fake shirt in the last 10 years.
Oh, easily.
The demand for it was beyond belief. Even more than the Argentine shirt there, which we'll talk about maybe in a bit. I mean, that suffered as well from a lot of fakes, and it's even with the codes and checking, getting 1 second, it's always paranoid at newer shirts because they're so well faked.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's done all right for me. I think that it was a good shirt anyway, and the Drake thing took it to another level, and that gave it the hype, and sort of for some people it does kill it. And it is a bit of a weird one where you wear it out and people go, "Oh yeah, it's the Drake shirt." You're like, "No, I genuinely fucking love this shirt anyway."
Who the fuck's Drake? Yeah.
But I'll just go, who? Admiral Drake?
No, Jake. I'm Jake.
Oh. I saw you wearing it. Yeah, in Sweden.
Go on then. You bring it up, so we'll go on to the Argentina shirt.
Yeah, I think it's a fair bet, isn't it? Like, it's just I'll go get it off the.
I don't like that
hanger.
there's two versions of it. I don't like the whole 3-star, 2-star thing.
Yeah,
have they actually worn the 3-star version in a game though? After like say in the friendly.
Yeah, they have worn it. Yeah,
right, okay,
because they've played qualifiers and stuff, so they have actually worn the shirt.
Oh right, okay.
This was like one of the first as the template as well, wasn't it? With the sort of overlaid ribbon on the back.
Yeah.
This is just the regular spec. It's not the what is it? The heat ready version. This is just the standard issue. And for this, with the United one for this year, the 93rd kit with the green one, I wanted the authentic because the sponsor was different and all this.
Yeah.
But this, I didn't really need it. I've got the same in Germany. I've got that in standard spec. It just doesn't need it. And obviously, yeah, Messi 10 on the back. And I think this was when Adidas did the second batch. So I think it was just after the tournament Adidas did the second batch. I remember Big P, God bless him. He said a message to the group saying, "Oh, they've had a rekit. He's not dead." For those, message me, Pete, in a minute. And just had a restock, and I was like, I got hype trained, absolutely hype trained. I wanted it anyway in the shirt, but then I was like, oh fuck me, I'm gonna have to get Messi on the back. But then I went to see the finalissimi, when it was before the World Cup, when it was Copa America, and he played, and he was just, I've never seen him play live before, and I was just blown away. Genuinely, mate, it was ridiculous.
Just watching him and not the game.
Yeah, and it got to the point where I was like, I went there like, I'm a bit of a fucking closet Italian, and I just thought like, oh, okay, there, watch it, it'll be great, a bit of a day out. Hopefully smash the Argies, and by the end of it, you're just like, everyone was just clapping him, everyone, like, and he got to, we were around like Italians and fucking Argentina, and everyone was just like, fucking hell, Messi was ridiculous. It's one of those weird games where you come away from it, and it sort of, it did win me over. Not that Messi needs to win you over, but yeah, I was blown away. But yeah, I think, I don't know. I think this shirt, Messi's World Cup in it. It's just,
I don't think you can say overhyped. Like probably the greatest ever footballer finally winning like the ultimate prize in that shirt, playing a massive part in doing so as well. But not, you know what I mean, not going missing, like playing a massive part and wearing that shirt. I don't think you can, to be cheesy, I don't think you can disrespect it to call it overhyped. I can truly say that it's massively rated to the right it is.
I think the thing as well is because Argentina shirts with Adidas for a long time have been blue, white stripes, obviously standard, but they always have a little bit of black pipe and black detail. Adidas have always wedged in a bit of black detail, and it's almost like this template was entirely designed for Argentina's kit.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? When a template, like other teams have this, Arsenal have this template this year. I think it looks shit. Personal opinion, I think they've done a really wank job with it. Who else got it? Nottingham Forest. I think it just doesn't. It looks it's a really good template, but it doesn't look as good for those teams.
Yeah, it's them colours in it.
It's just the colours. It looks unbelievable. I mean, Bayern Munich, they've got the template this year for pretty much all three kits, and all their kits look quite good this year. The crazy home kit, that beautiful white fucking away thing. Third kit, and I think it's almost like Adidas designed this kit with Argentina in mind, and everyone else was just gonna fit the bill. Man United's kits this year are the same build template, but nothing looks as good as, for me, the Man United third kit's quite close, but this just walked off with it. Well,
it's just there's nothing too like. Do you know what I mean? Like the hype shirts that we've shown so far, like the maybe disregard the Italy shirt, but like the Juve shirt, the Nigeria shirt, they're all a bit out there, really, aren't they? That's just so simple, and that's what works sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, mate, it's spot on. It is just a simple shirt, a couple of different materials in there. fabric panel. It's a very athletic shirt, and it's a great fit. I mean, Adidas feel wise and look wise. It's just I don't think the shirt's overhyped. It was annoying because I mean that's the 2-star version, and I just wanted that. And for kit novices maybe listening or whatever, obviously you get a star at the end of the tournament if you win it, and if you get the 3-star version, it's because if they won the tournament, they get an extra star. But they would never have worn the 3-star. They would never have worn a 3-star into a tournament they've not yet won.
Imagine if they did that. Imagine if they did.
I mean, gold numbers. Gold numbers. That's nothing. We turned up going, we won it. It's like doing a parade on the first game of the tournament. Do you know what I mean? Going, yep, John Terry walking out. You know what I mean?
Imagine like they lined up in the tunnel with France, and Mbappe's talking to Messi because they're PSG teammates at the time. He just clocks the 3rd star on the shirt, and he goes, starts speaking French to all the other lads. He's like, they've added the 3rd star already. What the fuck is going on here? They just completely demoralise them, wouldn't it? Like,
as they walk out, only for like the fucking Qatari prince to hand Messi the World Cup as they walk out.
It's not like the Premier League trophy where it has ribbons on it, but imagine if like the World Cup had ribbons. It's already in the blue and white of Argentina.
Why is it in the Alba Celeste? What? Fucking bit much in it? No, it must be a coincidence, guys. Why's the tannoy just in Spanish? It did. I do feel for France a little bit in that tournament because, I mean, just to balance it out, I did get the France kit as well.
They went with gold. But I suppose they went with gold numbers because they were previous World Cup winners. So maybe let them off of that.
This, by the way, is the worst Nike template ever, which is about to see its fucking demise. Thank God.
It looks really nice for that shirt, though.
Yeah. What's it? 4 years now we've had more than that. Go back to the Nigeria one. So look at that. Look, that round neck, the sort of sweeping shoulder arm. We're finally about to fucking rid ourselves of this fucking Nike debacle. I can't wait to see what comes up soon. Moving towards round necks, but yeah, I think France looked good, and that was the best kit that template's ever had.
Yeah,
was the France one for Nike. But yeah, I mean, in terms of hype shirts, did you get one, mate? Did you manage to bag one?
No, I didn't actually. But then I think midway through sometime last year, JD had them. I think they were blank with no name set. I think they had them for 10. They had them for a tenner. They must have been getting rid of like
this one.
Yeah, without Messi on them. Yeah, without Messi on the back, they had it for a tenner. They must have had like a very limited like amount left in possession of them, and just thought we need to get rid of these. Let's just stick them up for a tenner.
No way.
Yeah, I ordered one, and I got an email saying that the order had been cancelled. So
yeah, I can imagine. Well, to be honest, mate, I mean, if you give them up for a tenner, and you can get the name set printing done, I mean, all of a sudden CFS put out batch after batch.
Yeah, they've put a recent batch out.
Yeah, of course they have. Yeah, and wonder where that fucking JD batch went. They have the phone number for JD Sports. They just ring them up and go, right, it's Classic Football Shirts. We'll give you £20 a unit for the kits you're about to put on the website. Okay, and just buy the lot.
If anyone wants to send me a 2-star shirt, I'd pay for it. I'm not. Yeah. To be fair though, but when it comes to that, we'll quickly diverge into the argument of Messi versus Ronaldo. I am more of a Ronaldo man. I'm gonna admit it. Just because they're United, literally that's all.
I think
Messi has killed us 2 times in Champions League finals. So
I'll meet you, mate. I'm the same. I think there's something about I completely recognise that Messi is a genius, and he's now like top 3 or 4 players of all time, if not best of all time. But there's something about Ronaldo and the way he just like hard work and just he's optimised everything he's ever had. Do you know what I mean? He's had a really hard upbringing. Dad's an alcoholic and all this sort of stuff, going out to Madeira, then just like all that sort of stuff. He's come from Messi, not exactly skin when he grew up. Do you know what I mean? pretty good childhood. You know what I'm saying? He's like, so I went straight into Barcelona's youth team and all the way through. Whereas like I think Ronaldo sort of had the sort of there's a bit more journey to him. And I remember seeing him in his first season in Premier League. It's a bit of a side fucking ass one, isn't it? I remember seeing his first game.
It's Ronaldo, so it's allowed.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. And he's at Fratton Park, and he was just. I remember watching his first game. He was all skills, and by the time he'd left, when he was just coming down, I think he scored 2 or 3 bangers at Fratton Park. One of them in particular was really.
Was it when the Vodafone badge was a centralized badge, and it was a left foot from outside the box, and it just rattled. It went like center of the goal, but it was just so powerful. I think David James.
That was it, yeah. And it was just like, what, we actually had a bit of a hoodoo over Man United at the time.
Oh yeah, you used to be.
At Fratton Park we could.
At Fratton Park, especially, yeah.
Yeah, I think we beat you 3 times in the Premier League at Fratton Park, and we took draws at Old Trafford occasionally. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So it was like it's just the redneck fact. Anyway, so got to see Ronaldo then, and so I remember he was about 5 rows in front of me, and Dejan Stevanovic went through him at almost like knee height with a follow through. It wasn't terrible, but you got to see Ronaldo scream like a girl right in front, or letting out a rather high pitched scream, let's say. So it's quite to see that, I don't know, just something about like the fact he played for Man United. It wasn't this European journey. You never see him. We sort of got a lot of him, and I'd say probably that last 2 years at United was his absolute best. He was the most exciting.
What? Yeah,
he was the most exciting to watch at that point.
Watching him at Madrid, it was like obviously he was better, like goal scorer, but it was like watching a different player. He wasn't like doing all this. Well, maybe it was when he first went there, but like, do you remember like when they won the Champions League 3 seasons in a row? He wasn't picking the ball up like on the halfway line. Well, he's a striker, wasn't he? He wasn't picking the ball on the halfway line, doing step overs, beating his man. He was kind of just in the box, wasn't he? Just picking the ball up on the edge of the box and just scoring. So like 2 different versions of him, really.
100%. If you took it, Real Madrid, Ronaldo was very much like he's just a stats machine, wasn't he? He's still getting the ball a little bit deeper and getting in, but like you say, he was so much more forward. Whereas at United, it was exciting. Like he was breaking, he was pacing, coming in from wide. He's scoring every type of goal, like fucking thunder cunts, free kick, mad headers, just like careful finishes, left foot, right foot. It just that season, the 07-08 United season, that team for me could still do almost any team in world football ever. I think that team versus 2011 Barcelona, it'd be good con. Good game. But sorry, that's the Ronaldo bit out of the way. I've got another Ronaldo story, but I'll say that for another day, mate.
Love that. How many more shirts have you got to go?
I've got loads, mate.
We might have to do 2. We might have to do 2 parts of this,
Well, I'll tell you what. How about I'll go for one straight away, right?
Yeah.
When hype goes wrong.
Okay.
So this is the other side of it. So I don't know if you got one of these as well, where you bought it and you're like, "Oh, this shirt's gonna be great," and it just hasn't lasted. And there's a few examples of this that I'll bring up in a minute. But so now this is less about the classic shirt. This is the Ajax 2020 kit.
I think it's 2020.
2020, 21. Away kit, absolute banger. And this has not looked shit ever. It didn't. It was really well received, but it never really sold out super quick. I remember I got this off Ajax Direct, and it was like, yeah, pick a size, and they had a deal on where you could have any player you wanted on the back for free and get sent to you. And then here comes a warning from beyond. Let's say maybe the Iron Curtain. Basically, be very, very careful with players you put on the back of your shirt when they are a very hype, promising player, or as this is a hype, promise player. That's right. Quincy deal some coke, stab your cousin, promise. Is the name I've got.
Quincy.
Quincy. Quincy, you naughty boy. Running off to Russia, missing your 6-year jail term. You cheeky bugger. Yeah. So, hype shirt's one thing, but watch out for the hype players, mate, because they will sneak up on you, deal your coke, and stab you in the leg at a family party. So yeah.
Well, would Quincy Promise have stabbed his cousin if he was doing the fake charity shop finds like we mentioned earlier?
I mean, if he was doing, responsible amounts of cocaine to avoid doing fake shirt find posts, maybe.
What's a responsible amount? I'd assume none, but.
Well, if your life is so empty that you need to do a fake post about you finding a shirt in a charity shop, then you probably know you need to be self-medicating on about 15 grams an hour of cocaine. Pure, uncut cocaine. Quincy. So yeah, that's what I'm going for. That's my that's what I'm going to go for. Yeah, 50. It's up there. It does happen, mate. You can have a wrong one. I mean, Christ, people out there like Adam Johnson kits in there.
Some people have had Mason Greenwood kits, not to mention.
Some people. Oh my God! Imagine. I don't even. If I knew someone had a Mason Greenwood, I'd report him to the police. Probably, definitely.
I mean, I have a.
God, that's a nice watermark.
What? I have a 26 shirt.
Oh wow.
Yeah. You know what the painful thing about this story, about getting this shirt printed up was?
It was shit already?
Yeah, it is a shit. But it's player spec as well.
Oh no. Oh no, you had a kit room one. Oh.
But I was trawling through United games that season. 2019-20, I think. 20, yeah, I think it was that season. Looking through games of players that wore long sleeves that season in that shirt. I think Pogba was an option, which fucking not a chance. This is before all the allegations and stuff came out, by the way. So
right.
That shirt's not a shrine. Rashford, McTominay, and Greenwood. I was like, well, Greenwood's youth prospect, and he's going to be the next big thing, hopefully. And then obviously, like you say, when you believe, sometimes when you get a hype player on the back of your shirt, it can go massively wrong.
It can go massively wrong. Sometimes it's not the shirt, it's the player, Clothes maketh the man. Allegations will ruin it.
I think we'll quickly move on from Mason Greenwood. So, but anyway, speaking of...
We've got a 20-minute show.
Speaking of hyped Ajax shirts.
Yep.
Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Bob Marley tribute shirt. Is it actually a Bob Marley tribute shirt, or is it just coincidental?
So, my understanding of the story is that I think they were having a bad day, something like that, and the fans started singing like every little thing. It's going to be all right.
I think that's their like Liverpool's is "You Never Walk Alone." I think that's their actual pre-match song. To be fair,
yeah, but it's become that because of the fans singing it, and then they used it.
Right.
I mean, fucking hell. I mean, if Ajax have a bad, having to get over something. I mean, Christ, what they do not like this year. Damn. Spoiled fans with expectations. Yeah, so that's what it comes off. But that sold weird, didn't it? Do you remember they banned the shirt because of the bird? Exactly that. So they argue as the three birds sat on the three windmills over there. Yeah. Now the club must have known that UEFA was going to ban that as soon as they brought it out.
Yeah, but why did they ban it? Because we'll fit this in with hyped Ajax shirts as well. The Daily Paper Ajax shirt from last season before.
Yeah,
they've actually got two specs of this because on this under the badge says Daily
Yeah.
Paper, and obviously on the back on the collar / neck, the Daily Paper logo, and you can't have two lots of sponsors, can you? In UEFA competition, so that's in the when they play Liverpool in the Champions League it doesn't have any of the Daily Paper info on it. And I think actually the pattern is a bit more not as noticeable. I think they've actually changed the pattern a bit on it as well.
Mate, I noticed that sometimes just think UEFA, they are the hype merchants themselves. They actually UEFA are going, we're going to buy 10 boxes of these lads, mint coming right up. We're going to get Euro spec ones. Fucking hell, boys, load up. It's like fucking Michel Platini walking down the road like that. Big old bucket of shirts on. He's laughing all the way.
You and here at Sports Direct buying all the shirts.
Exactly, mate. There's just surely it must that is its own hype game because of UEFA doing stuff like that. They changed the shirt, didn't they? So you had the first edition one and then the edition one, and surely there is that.
I've got a list of what they've changed on the shirt. If you want me to quickly read it out,
please go for it, my lover.
So, according to Football Kit Archive, it says in order to comply with the UEFA rules, several changes had to be made. The most visible change is to the font. Rather than the unique font designed specifically for the kit featuring an erratic pattern, the font used in the game was plain black with a red outline. In addition to that, the Daily Paper writing below the crests on the shirt and shorts was not present in the UEFA Champions League game. This has been expected as only one brand's logo can appear on the name of on the shirt. Finally, the back neck graphic, which also includes the Daily Paper name, was also removed for the kits worn in Liverpool. Apparently, according to IXLife.nl, Ajax already expected all of those details to be against UEFA rules, but tried to apply the original design anyway. Well, that's just even more fucking stupid then, isn't it? They know they're breaking the...
Mate, you know what it is? Any press is good press. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like it's a bit of that. That shirt, some people love it. I think it's turgid. I'm sorry, mate. I really cannot get grips that shirt at all.
It came in... I think I got it towards the end of last year. I think it was in the Christmas sales or just before. Sports Direct had it. I think I got it for 30 quid. And I like Ajax. Ajax are one of my favourite non-English teams. So normally with their shirts, when they do a special shirt like this, I will actively try buy it. But I don't like paying 60, 70, well, I think it may be 70, 80 quid. I don't like paying that for a brand new shirt because I think in the modern day sales are a thing. And example, I got this shirt a year later for over half the price. So that'd be my tip. And for any people that are just getting into collecting or are new to collecting, just for modern day stuff, maybe 9 times out of 10 you can actually wait and get it in the sales.
Yeah, I mean for me, the old Jude Bellingham Real Madrid kit this year.
Yeah,
I'm quite happy to go in standard spec because I quite like the flatter white of the Madrid when it's there. And I'm just going to wait end of the season, and because Real Madrid are one of the clubs, they almost never sell out kits.
Too big Real Madrid, out, really, aren't they? Yeah,
they're too big. They it doesn't matter. They'll just keep churning them out. They'll still make the money. So it's just making sure I can get a Bellingham 5 name set. That's the only thing that's going to be a struggle. But again, it's Real Madrid. It's like Barcelona. They'll just keep making the kits. It's very rare you get that. Yeah.
Let's have one more shirt each, mate, because of the time.
Okay, that's fair enough. Yeah. God, I've got a few honourable mentions. Hype shirts. I mean, not even hype shirts, really. I'd say good. It's almost like good new releases, but shirts that did get a lot of hype. England women's kit they wore in the World Cup final. Fucking brilliant. Why there's women's and men's teams have 2 different kits? I don't know.
I quite like that they have 2 different kits. I think it adds I think it helps the women's game, to be fair. Because imagine if the England's women had that men's home shirt. Do you know what I mean? It's just a bit like...
True. My other side of it is
that the one that is that the cunt template?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that. Yeah, ironic. The thing is, for me, it's more the opposite. It's how they release it. They always base it around men's tournament. And actually, why don't they go?
Yeah, that is true.
Why don't you have the women's tournament showcase the kit, and then the men wear it at the next tournament. So both teams wear it throughout that. For me, it's a dividing point, and I think when you represent your country, it's a shared responsibility because it's bringing together of the country, not dividing people out. Not saying that every sport should have the same shirt. That's a bit weird. But when it's a team in line with the same fucking governing body going down for it, I just don't get it. And I don't like it where we go, oh, and the women's team are wearing it's like, let the women debut and do the showcasing for the new shirt. If you've got women's tournament, just base it around that.
Yeah.
It's just money maker. It's just a money maker, mate. And
that is true.
They'll spin it. If they'll only do it, look at Mary Earps. If it's so good, why can't you buy the Mary Earps jersey? Why could you not buy the England women's goalkeeper shirt? We had the number one goalkeeper in the world. Why could we not go buy a kit? And also, why is that not just the men's goalkeeper kit? It looks unbelievable. It's like, anyway, that's my.
I tell you what, don't do any honourable mentions because I think I've still got quite a few shirts next to me. So we'll do part 2.
Okay, that's fair enough, mate.
Just pick one out that's next year.
Okay. Okay, well, I'll just go this one. You could almost do your entire set here, but I'm going to go for.
I'm just really happy you're going with that one.
Yeah, Venezia. It doesn't disappoint. Actually, it is a great shirt. Will it stand the test of time? I don't know. Sam SH shirts. He looks very good in this.
Yeah, he does.
He looks like Jesus. Yeah, this is good. I can't remember where I picked this up from. It might have been a sale, I think. I can't remember. It might have been Roper de Kappa sale or something like that. But yeah, Venice. I mean, they get a lot of hype. You could do the Venice hype episode. Do you know what I'm saying?
That is true. Yeah, absolutely.
They could do their own thing. And I do feel like Kappa have 2 tiers. Kappa have there's some shirts, some teams. It feels like they don't even bother. Like Fiorentina.
Yeah.
Don't bother. But with Venezia, Vasco da Gama, unbelievable. This was shirt of the year a couple of years ago, wasn't it? Vasco da Gama's the home and away kit of this, or the other goalkeeper shirt, they're both goalie kits or whatever they are. And with Venice, I think they get the treatment, and other teams don't get the treatment. And I think when you look at what Fiorentina get, I don't think there's been a good Fiorentina Kappa shirt yet. We had a good Fiorentina Kappa jumper, but I don't think they had a shirt. That's hype for me. Yeah, Venezia get so much hype, and this year they've not been that great.
No, the Fiorentina shirts this season from Kappa are actually quite nice. All 3 of them. You're
liking them, are you?
Have you not seen them?
Is it? Yeah, it's the one with the sort of weird white pattern going through the. I like the pattern, but it just doesn't. I don't.
The away one's nice. I especially like the away one. Oh, they've got a 4th shirt. Oh, not a fan of the 4th shirt. Jesus.
There's another club that do their hype and limited releases. I mean, it was getting to be a bit of a joke. I think Lacoste bought out one year. They bought out 4 kits straight off the bat, and each one was for its own district. They had a purple, a green, a red, and I think a white, and then the goalkeeper kit was yellow. And remember there was a blue one. So actually there was 6, but they're all the same kit in different colour. It was just a bit much. So yeah, I think Venezia just fit that bill. They are the hype kit team.
We're quite weirdly aligned in the way we're thinking, because I've literally got my shirt rail next to me, and then I've put I'll just explain my thought process to yourself and everyone, and I've put the hype shirts out of the colour coordination next to me just for easy grabbing, and you won't believe what's next in line.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Brilliant.
The thing about Venezia, though, they don't just do hype shirts singularly, though, do they? It's always the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd shirt. They're always. I haven't. But saying that, this season, I don't remember seeing a lot about their shirts.
No, this year it was a bit of. I think they had a change of sponsor, and I think because of that, they were quite late coming out. That's my understanding of it.
Ah.
Because they've got some sort of weird sponsor this year, and it's like, would it be released with or without it? And I think on the back of that, it was a bit different. But yeah, I mean, I actually liked it when it just had Venezia on there. I mean, kits that stand up. I think the gold one will stand up quite well. I think that one will stand up reasonably well.
Yeah, sorry for audio listeners. This is the 2022 Venezia 4th shirt, the red one with the beautiful sublimated pattern within.
Is that something to do with like Murano, like the little, like the sort of one of the islands that make up Venice?
I haven't got a clue.
I don't know. But the one, I mean, I like the white one.
The Standardo di San Marco, the flag of Venice. That's what it's based on.
Oh, right. Okay. Gotcha. Well, there we go. That explains that. But there was what was it? I mean, they had the goldfish kit, didn't they? With the little tiny triangles and all that stuff, and it looked like a two-tone thing. And again, with that kit, I'm like, I don't know, when it first came out, I was like, yeah, I really like that. That's really good. And then the more I saw it, I just started to go off it. And I don't know, Venice fans. Venezia fans, do you think that's going to stand up and be as good a kit in the next few years? I just felt it become, I don't know. I just think, and that whole, and the masquerade shirt, or whether it was the white or the black with the little gold stars down it, I never really got that shirt. It's just, I don't. It's the style of it. I never really connected at all.
They've kind of moved away from like, you know what I mean? When you look at especially the more modern stuff, because I remember when like the Nike towards like the end of the 2010s, they were actually like they're just basically like Nike templates, but with like the colours of like the Venezia. But now you look at them, they don't look like football shirts. They look like going out long sleeve polos, if you know what I mean. With like because the badge is all the way up here and like it's minimal, isn't it?
Very much so, yeah. I totally agree. It makes me think they were maybe they left a lot of space in case there was a secondary sponsor. I think the one this year, I'm going to be wrong here, but I think it's like an ice cream or something like that. I'm sure the company's like food stuff, something I think. But the away kit's probably the more memorable. It's just this sort of random band in the wrong place.
Yeah, it's not even halfway up, is it? It's like 3/4 of the way down.
And I think it's supposed to reference like the gondola's waistband or something like that. I'm sure that's the angle they went with it on the promos. I've not read into it. Have you seen
the 4th shirt? Oh, the 3rd shirt. Sorry.
What, for this year?
Yeah.
Oh, I know what.
It's France.
No,
very France 2011 away, like black and white stripes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like a sailor, really. Sailor's outfit. Get Football Kit Archive or Google up and have a little gander at that.
3rd kit.
Yeah. I tell you what, actually, that
that one definitely.
They have like Venezia, and then they've had like a sponsor come in. It doesn't look very nice with the new sponsor, but with just Venezia there, it's actually.
Oh, really mate, 100%. Yeah, the first version of that is ridiculous. Yeah, the home kit that they've got this year is not very special.
No.
And you can tell what they're doing because they're not being sold at like, I don't know, just not seeing them as all sold out. You're seeing a few sale items in there and things like that. I do like the gondola.
Yeah,
right one.
See how much it is now.
I'll tell you one thing they also do: the pre-match shirts. Do you remember last year they had the checkerboard looking one?
We mentioned Arsenal and Nigeria last week about being fashionable clubs, and we didn't even mention Venezia.
Oh, mate, I know we robbed them blind, didn't we? But yeah, they're definitely PSG's the other one, fashion FC, but Venezia, like that. You think so? You look at these kits, and that black and white hooped shirt with the red collar, that's come out of nowhere. You know, no one would have seen that coming.
I only saw it because of. Are you on about the 3rd shirt from this season? Sorry.
3rd and the away.
Yeah. I only saw the 3rd shirt because a podcast I watched, one of their producers of theirs gone to Venice, and he posted saying that, I've got this shirt from Venice. I was like, I've never seen that shirt before. And then I obviously Googled it. I was like, fucking hell, that's actually their shirt. How much
Yeah,
is it?
it's annoying. I was there this year, and I wish I'd
100 quid.
so much. I think I
Yeah.
paid. I know where I got the gold one. I got it off CFS because it was just cheap. I think they had it was like a 20% off site wide one, and they had them stocked as a standard item. So it was already something like £75. So I ended up getting it for like, was it just over £60. And I think if CFS do stock it again, I'll probably wait for that deal and then get it.
Yeah.
Just 125 €. If buying a European shirt is absolutely mental. Milan's third kit, the pinky crazy
Pink
one, still stupid money. Just get down to £8.
I'm going to take my own. I'm going to take my own advice for this black and white Venezia third shirt, and hopefully it hits the sales.
Just wait, mate. Just wait on it. I can't see it stand out. I don't think they've got as much hype as they normally do. So,
No, like I say, I've not really seen a lot of their shirts this season.
No. I think people just have found their next hype.
Well, mate, I think we'll end that there. We'll definitely have to do a part 2 because there's honourable mentions we haven't named. I've still got shirts on the rail still ready to go, so we won't burn them. We'll save it for another day. I think.
Hype Train Part 1.
That's the first carriage of the hype train. The second carriage.
Yeah, that's right, mate. Move down the carriages. Carriage 2 stopping next week at platform 3. Platform third kit.
Is there anything you want to plug, mate, or anything you want to add, or anything you want to share? Say
nothing, mate. No, mate. I've got no plugs at all. Just plugless.
Plugless.
I'm all out of plug.
Plugless.
The water
Louise.
is flowing down the tap hole.
Wow.
What about you? You must have something.
I'm just going to plug that the podcast is now available on YouTube. The full episode, Goals in Time. May it rest in peace, is no longer here. So I've replaced it with the full episode, so you can actually see what shirts we're talking about instead of having to use your imagination.
Well, it's very good, mate. It's very good here.
And that's YouTube channel, Shirts in Time Podcast. And don't forget to subscribe while you're there, because not to quote a famous supermarket, every little helps in that. And I've had a really, really tough weekend because of a certain fan base from a certain Scandinavian country.
Yeah,
not naming
Herring's head
name.
in your bed.
It's a bit different from it's like I'm like the English Figo. Instead of a pig's head, I'm having a herring's head thrown at me.
It's just bony. It's like the pig's head. It's like a big slap, and then it's gone. It was like bastard.
But yeah, we'll end there. I'm not going to mention any of the club's name because it's just not worth it. But I will check out AIK's recent release because I've heard things about it. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you for listening, everyone.